the file called How to Study Muscle Action. And this file will tell you all about flexion and extension, what we did in the morning. However, on page 4, it will tell you a little bit more about how to learn muscle action. And you can see that it can be, I mean, you have something like 40, 50 muscles to learn, yeah, which is not a lot compared to about 600 muscles in the body, but they are the major one that's really important. So, you would really need to be quite good with it, also for your clients. So, what I would like to develop is develop your ability with just remembering where the muscle is and knowing the muscle name to know what would be the muscle action. Again, I would like you to know just by the location of the muscle and where is it attached to, the action of that muscle. If not, you will have to remember it. And if you remember, you will forget. If you know it, hopefully not. Okay? So let's take number 2. I'm just reading. Use your imagination. If you need to know a flexion, so flex your whole body like curling into a ball or putting yourself into the fetal position. But we usually don't flex the whole body. So when you're thinking about specific joint, then try to see how, if it's flexion, then it's taking part into the curling, yeah, into that kind of position. So elbow, flexion. Why? Because it's part of it, yeah. Hip, how to flex the hip? It's part of it. Being a ball, yeah, getting into a smaller space. Okay. Number 3 is you can predict a muscle action. How is it? First of all, to act on a joint, the muscle needs to cross it, isn't it? So if we have a muscle start from here to here, is it going to do anything to the knee joint? No. Because if it contracts, it wouldn't move anything there. Okay. Now, if the muscle is located in front of the body, what would be usually its movement? Flexion, isn't it? Because you take this, you shorten it, it would flex. You take a muscle here, you shorten it, it would flex. You take a muscle from here to here, you shorten it, it would flex. So we can say generally that all the flexors are in the front of the body. Yeah? Cool. That's good because you know automatically, you don't have to remember. You can just predict. Sometimes there will be a little mistakes, but you can predict the movement. If a muscle locates posterior to the body, it would be most likely extended. Yeah? So here, this is the biggest extensor of the body, of the spine, erector spinae. Yeah? And all the extensors would be more likely to be on the back of the body. Yeah? Another thing, look at the name of a muscle. Erector spinae, erect the spine. Yeah? Okay. Who've had tibialis anterior? You've had, no? Yeah? Where tibialis anterior would be? In the front of the tibia. Yeah? Good. So sometimes the muscle name will tell you the position, and from the position you can decide what would be the muscle action. Okay, so try to find logic behind that, not just remember this is a flexor, this is extensor, because you will not be able to. Can I have, maybe stop this video, start from here, ends there. First of all, is it a flexor or extensor?
Flexor.
Good. Of which joint?
Elbow.
elbow, and the shoulder. Fantastic. This one would be extensor. Okay. Now this one would be a little bit more difficult, maybe.
It's an abductor.
What does it do?
Abduct.
Abduct. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Now I'm going to do something slightly different and have a muscle from here to here.
It's an abductor.
Protract.
It's adductor. Do you see that? It will take the muscle. So it's a little change, but it would now put from here to adduct and maybe a little bit flex. Yeah? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Flex. Good.
Abduct.
Abduct. Good.
Adduct.
Good. Now let's look at something a little bit more difficult. It will do some extension, but it would also rotate. Do you see it? If it contracts. So, have you heard about piriformis muscle? No? Piriformis muscle is one of the muscles here, and that's what it do. It's called lateral rotation of the hip. And why is it so famous? Because the sciatic nerve goes fairly close to, and in here. It goes there, and it goes down, and if the muscle tight, it can pinch on the nerve at times. Yeah?
Flex.
Flex.
There's a flex.
Of the,
Knee.
Of the knee.
which muscle is this one?
Hamstring.
What does it do? Nothing. It's from a bone to bone, the same bone. Do you see it? There is no such thing. It was a tricky question, yeah? Because it doesn't cross a joint. So it wouldn't do anything. It would just kind of maybe bend the bone a little bit, but not much. Okay.
Does it exist?
No.
Oh.
Flexion of the hip, extension of the
Flexion of the hip and
extension of the knee.
extension of the hip, yeah? Of the knee joint. So it does two things, because it crosses two joints, you see? So it would do that, but also it would do that. Yeah? So if it crosses two joints, it's a bit more complicated, isn't it? Yeah. And that's what we're doing when we're walking, right? When we're walking, you take the femur and swing it forward, and so you flex the hip and extend the knee joint together. But that's a bit more complicated. How does it feel? Yeah? Don't expect to know it by tomorrow. Okay. But I would suggest you to start area one after the other and learn each area. By the end of the course, you would be knowing full. But I hope that this video will just, if you start tearing your hair and think, I don't know why, try really to imagine it, try to see where it is, and then develop this sense that, yeah, if it's in front, I can see why it would do it. On the virtual campus, there are almost every muscle would have a video. Try to predict before the video move where this muscle would contract. Would it do it this way, that way? Yeah? You have to really think 3-dimension. And then just by knowing the muscle attachment, you can predict what is it doing. Okay. Cool.